Hello everyone, this is the Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. Today I'm going to show you a very interesting tutorial. You often ask me to show you how to sew this or that. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dress. One of my subscribers sent me this picture, and I like the design so much that I couldn't resist showing it to you. Have a close look at the picture. I could easily imagine myself wearing this dress. I love it. It's very stylish. Have a very close look at the design. I know that not all the details are seen in the printed picture, so let's have a look at the sketch we made. A round neckline. Notice that it's pretty wide. We're going to cut about 4 or 5 centimeters from the neck base on each side. The raglan sleeves are pretty loose. What is also interesting is that there is a seam on the center front. Here it is in the sketch. Notice that the seam goes not to the very neckline. There will be a horizontal seam here. It should go from one bust stop to the other one. The seam on the center front kind of divides the dress in half. There will be one more seam placed here in between the center front and the end of the horizontal seam. There will also be bias seams here in the raglan sleeves. I think that this is not a draping. I think that these are the straight sleeves gathered with the straps. First, I'm going to show you how to make a round neckline and the raglan sleeves. When the upper part of the dress is ready, we'll move on to working with the lower part.
И после того, когда мы сделаем вырез реглан, разберемся с верхней частью платья, мы с вами уже подойдем к моделированию вот этого вот интересного лифа.
I'm going to make a dress for Ira. I'm going to show you how to adjust her basic pattern to this design. First, I'm going to show you how to make a pattern. When the pattern is ready, we'll show you how to cut and tack the dress. Ira is going to try the tacked dress on. What is also interesting is that the dress can be made of 2 different fabrics. You can make the upper detail of different fabric, or you can even cover it with lace. I've already showed you how to work with the details covered with lace or net. Don't be afraid to use your imagination. And remember that practice makes perfect. Let's have a look at the neckline first. You know that when working with the basic patterns, we always start with the necklines. I'm going to show you a very detailed tutorial on how to adjust the basic pattern for this design. Have a look at what I'm doing. In order to start working with the neckline, I need to move the dart. I'm going to move it to the center front.
Ну, я бы сказала, что я временно перевожу, но мы посмотрим еще.
Let's have a look at the picture once again. The center front detail should be cut on the grain. This one should be cut on the grain as well. The side details should be cut on the bias. I'm going to show you how to make the patterns for these details. I'll explain everything. I've moved the dart to the center front. I did it to be able to work with the neckline and the sleeves without any problems. I think that the armhole should be made a bit deeper, just for about 1 centimeter. This is what I'm doing now. I remind you that when working with the basic patterns, you can change the depth of the armhole, but not its width. This is a very important rule. You should also remember that when adjusting the armholes, you should adjust the sleeves as well. When the course on the 10 measurement cutting system is out, I'll give you a lot of useful tutorials on how to work with the basic patterns. How much wider should the neckline be made? Let me see it. I think that 4 centimeters would be enough. I'm making a dress for Ira, and she doesn't like too wide necklines. Let's have a look at the picture once again. The front neckline should be made about 7 or 8 centimeters deeper. The line should be straight here on the center front, and then go up. The angle should be round. Next, I need to draw the back neckline. It should be of the same shape. Now you know that the round necklines can be different. Notice that there are no shoulder darts in Ira's basic pattern. It's absolutely okay. When you cut the neckline, match the shoulders to see if they're even. As I've already said, there are no shoulder darts in Ira's basic pattern. She has a straight back and the wide shoulders. It's not that she didn't make the darts just because she doesn't like them. It's because the pattern fits her perfectly without them. The necklines are ready. Let's move on to working with the Raglan sleeves. Have a look at the sleeve pattern. First, I need to make it 1 centimeter deeper. I need to do it because I've made the armhole 1 centimeter deeper. I've made the side points 1 centimeter deeper. This is how the pattern looks like now. Next, I need to fold the pattern in half and make a cut about 1 centimeter down from the fold. The cut should be about 7 or 8 centimeters long. Notice that I'm making a beautiful round line. I'm not using a ruler. This is how the pattern looks like now. There is a 2 centimeter wide opening here. Next, I need to cut the pattern in half. I'll sign the front and the back sides. As I've already said, the pattern should be cut in half. The pattern for the Raglan sleeves is almost ready. I can move it aside and get back to the bodice. I remind you that you can make the Raglan sleeves of any shape you want. I'll draw the line about 6.5 centimeters down from the shoulder on the neckline. 6.5 centimeters. As I've already said, you can make the Raglan sleeves of any shape you want. I want the line to be round and beautiful. Watch how I'm drawing it. Next, I need to draw a line on the back. It can also be made of any shape you want. There's no right or wrong here. I'll sign that this is the front detail, and this is the armhole. This is the armhole in the back detail. I'll show you what the detail should be signed for. These details should be cut. The shoulder seam should turn into the center sleeve. The thing is that it shouldn't be attached to the very edge. How to do it? It shouldn't be attached in such way that the whole opening is here or here.
соединить, чтобы тут все было
Attach it
свободно.
in such way
Нельзя вот
that the
тут
openings are
соединить,
even
вот
on
тут
each
всё
side.
открылось, а вот мы вот так вот присоединили вот тут вот в стык, а вот
This
эти
is
два
very
входа, чтобы
important.
открылись равномерно сюда и сюда.
Next, I need to outline the sleeve pattern to a piece of the tracing paper and cut it in such way that the pattern consists of just one detail.
Сделаем. Нам же
I need to
ещё
do the same thing with the pattern for the
Почему
back.
пишу пройма? Чтобы оказать сюда
This is what I signed the armhole
Вот
for.
видите, точно так же.
I need to know
Стыки
how to attach
соединила,
the
а вот
details
эти
to
вот
each other.
свободки, они уходят
Make sure that the
равномерно
openings are
вверх-вниз.
even.
Сейчас я возьму кальку.
Next, I'm going to outline these patterns to a piece of the tracing paper and cut them in such way that they consist of the one-piece details.
Надо обратить внимание.
Let's get back to the very beginning. Why is it so important to draw and cut the front and the back necklines before you move on to working with the sleeves? The only case you can make the details otherwise is when you don't make the necklines wider. Don't cut the raglan sleeves before making the necklines wider. In this case, you would have to adjust each detail separately. It would be really hard to do it accurately. This is why I drew the neckline first and then the raglan sleeves. I remind you that I've made the neckline 4.5 centimeters wider. This is very important. This is the only way to make the raglan sleeves accurately. Watch what I'm doing next. I want to make the sleeves 2 centimeters longer. This is where the pattern should be pinned. Next, I need to outline the sleeves in such way that there are no sharp angles in them. This is the neckline. Do not outline this angle. Draw a smooth, beautiful line instead of it.
Вы на это ни на что не реагируете. Вы красивую линию ведете. Поняли, да? Вот тут
Have a look at the new line.
вот тут какой-то угол.
Notice that there is no angle in it.
Это мы не реагируем.
The
Мы
line is
красиво,
round
ни в чем
and
не
beautiful.
бываем, мимо проводим линию. Смотрим
Have a look
плечо.
here.
Вот здесь у
This
нас
is where the shoulder
заканчивается
ends.
шов и начинается рукав.
I need
Это
to add
конец
about 5
плеча.
millimeters
Ну,
here.
миллиметров 5 вот тут прибавьте.
This is how the line should be drawn.
Ручки. Ну, и тут
I also want to add about 5 millimeters here.
смотрите,
That's it.
что у нас
I can detach the pattern and throw it away.
Этот я уже
I'll note that this is the front detail.
спереду. Щас
Next, I
точно
need to
так
do
же
the
мы
same
делаем
thing with the
второй
back
рукав.
detail.
Думаю,
I think
что
that those who
многие
watch most of my videos already know how to make raglan sleeves.
как.
I've already showed you that a lot of times.
Поэтому я сейчас тоже
I remind you that I made the front detail 2 centimeters longer. The back detail should be made longer as well.
вырез.
First, I need to outline the neckline.
Точно по бумаге.
Do not forget to add 5 mm extension to the shoulder top.
Если вы
If you
будете
don't do it,
вот такой
the
реглан
sleeve
кроить,
might be
потом
too
будете
tight.
хватать свободы. Очень часто так бывает. Теперь
Watch what I'm
смотрите.
doing.
Вот мы видим
Outline these
нашу
details.
линию. Вот
Notice that there is an angle here. Don't pay attention to it. Draw a smooth, round line. When making the raglan sleeves, draw beautiful smooth lines. The dress is going to be so beautiful. The pattern for the back detail is ready. I can detach the pattern and sign the new one. It's not actually necessary to sign the details. I'll show you what to pay attention to. Have a look at these details. Why is it not necessary to sign them? This angle in the front detail is always lower than it is in the back detail. This is the detail I'm talking about. The angle in the back is always higher and it's more sharp. I signed the details for you to see everything clearly. I told you how to tell the details from each other, for you not to worry if you forget to sign them. The sleeve patterns are ready. We'll get back to them later. I remind you that there will also be seams in them. This is how the pattern for the raglan sleeves looks like now. I looked through the different tutorials to see how people sew raglan sleeves. Oh my, they make them without darts and seams. I was like, this is not possible. Anyway, that's all for today. Next time we'll continue working with the pattern for the dress. My name is Paukštė Irina. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.